It is official. Lightyear came out this weekend and it was a total disaster, a total flop for Disney, and everyone who works for woke Hollywood is very upset about the performance that this movie had over this past weekend, and they are very angry at you and me and people like us who didn't go support this film. They are very angry with us right now, and they are kicking and screaming and everything else because we wouldn't go see their woke trash. So let's get into everything that happened with Lightyear over this past weekend, because it was a total failure for woke Hollywood. Lightyear lacks luster with 86 million worldwide bow. That is awful. 86 million worldwide. That is terrible. Jurassic World 3 crosses 600 million, and Top Gun Maverick nears 900 million. So as you can see here, the movie that is the woke one out of these three films is the one that is very much so underperforming at the box office. Meanwhile, Top Gun Maverick continues to soar and is continuing to find more and more success at the box office. It is pretty insane what is happening with Top Gun Maverick, and no one saw this coming, except for people who maybe, you know, could foresee that people would want to see films like Top Gun Maverick that didn't have any of the woke agenda nonsense in it. Why Lightyear underperformed at the box office? Now, this is coming from people who are very confused by how this could be a thing. Lightyear came in well below expectations at the box office. So why did this film, with all the makings of a smash hit, disappoint at the box office? Well, isn't that the question? So, and of course, you know, they tried to come up with all of these different excuses for why it didn't fail, or for why it did fail. Lightyear's mixed marketing campaign. Ah, yes. That is the reason why Lightyear failed. They had a mixed marketing campaign. Pixar on Disney Plus. Ah, another reason, of course. Father's Day competition for Lightyear. Oh, yeah, right. So these are all their excuses for why this film didn't succeed. And of course, this is another media site, another Hollywood shill site that is basically running support, running defense for places like Disney, you know, and they're trying to continue to push the reasons for why Lightyear is a failure, but they will not discuss some of the actual reasons for why this movie was a disaster. Disney's woke Lightyear bombed all over the world, and indeed it did. So the child groomers at the Walt Disney Company decided to gay up the Toy Story franchise, and it not only laid an egg here in America, it bombed all over the world. The experts who watched the box office said Lightyear would gross 70 to 85 million domestic and do another 50 to 60 million offshore for a worldwide opening of 135 million. Instead, the gayed up Toy Story origin story crash landed with a 51 million domestic opening, which is honestly still way too much. And when you think about that, it's sad that there's that many people out there that are still so, either they aren't aware of what is happening, or they know what's happening, but they're not going to do anything about it, and they're still going to go support movies like Lightyear, which is a shame. 51 million, that's still a lot of money. And only an additional 34 million offshore. So as you can see, there's a lot more people offshore that are refusing to support this movie for a pathetic 85 million worldwide haul, which is terrible. That is like way worse than what they were even projecting this movie to do. This film is not a success. This film is going to do terribly in its second weekend, and this film is going to be a total bomb. Listen, I'm sorry, I know we're not supposed to say this out loud, but I'm going to say it anyway. Other than homos, no one wants to watch any kind of sexual intimacy between same-sex couples. We just don't, especially, you know, I mean, you know, and there's obviously, like, people have different opinions about this entire thing, but for me, I know that I don't want to go take my daughter to go see this movie, and I'm not going to go take her to see this movie. Instead, we'll just stay home and watch the goated trilogy with Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, and those films will still be a better experience than you know, going to see Lightyear in the theater. So with that being said, let me know what you think about all of this that's happening with Lightyear. This film is a total failure, a total disaster for Disney, and it continues to prove that Disney is not finding the support with their woke garbage that they hoped that they were. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.